Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. The question is asking to find the surface area bounded by this region. So let's go ahead and draw the graph first. And we know that x cube graphs look like this, right? It goes from third quadrant to first quadrant. Since we are only dealing with 0 to 2, we only have to draw this quadrant, the first quadrant. So let's draw that part alone. So we are going to have a graph like this. Right, the region we are interested in is 0 to 2, so let's say this is 2, so this is the region we are interested in, and the radius of this region is going to be this y, this height, so that's going to be y, right, and it's rotating around x-axis. And to find the area of the surface area, we use this equation: a is equal to integral 2 phi rx and then ds. ds is arc length. So arc length, if you want to write in terms of arc length formula, you can write it as 2 phi rx. We know that arc length formula is 1 plus, if it's y, we take y prime square dy, right? If it's dy, we have to put this one also y. If it's dx, so since we are taking y prime, this is going to be dx. So here we are going to have dx. So let's go ahead and take the derivative first. So here we have y is equal to x cube, right? So if we take the derivative, y is equal to x cube. If we take the derivative, that's going to be 3x square, and then we have to square it. Y prime square is going to be 9x power 4. Now we have to replace it in this square root. Let's see what happens. And we know that the radius is y, rx is y, and we know that y is equal to x cube, so we can just write rx is equal to x cube. So we can replace this x cube instead of this rx. So 2 phi is constant. Everything except x is going to be constant because we are having dx. So everything except x is going to be constant. We can move the 2 phi to the front. 2 phi and integral. The limits of integration is going to be 0 to 2. It's going from 0 to 2, right? So 0 to 2 is going to be limits of integration. And then we have rx, we know that's x cube square root of 1 plus, we found the y prime square already, that's 9x power 4 dx. And here we have to think about which method is easy to use to integrate. And if you see that we have x power 4 within the square root and x cube outside, and therefore we have derivative outside, right? So if we have the derivative outside, we can use the u substitution. So here I'm going to pick the u as 1 plus 9x power 4, and if I take the derivative of this one is going to be just 36 x cube dx, right? But we only need x cube dx to replace this one. So we know that this part is u already. We have to write this one in terms of u. So let's rearrange this one. So here we can write du by 36 is equal to x cube dx. Right, now we can go ahead and write everything in terms of u. So let's go ahead and write everything in terms of u. Let's continue here. So we have 2 phi integral. Now we have to find the new limits of integration. That way it's easier. We don't have to go back again, right? So to find the new limits of integration, we just replace this lower limit with x value. That's going to give us 1. So the lower limit is going to be 1. And if we replace 2 with x value, that's going to become 2 power 4. That's going to be 16, right? 16 times 9 is going to be 144. So 144 plus 1, that gives us 145. So this going from 1 to 145. And then let's write everything in terms of u. So here we are going to have x cube dx. We know that du by 36. 36 is a constant. We can move it to front. So this is going to be 2 phi over 36. And then we have x cube dx. So du is going to be right here. and then we have in the square root we have 1 plus 9x power 4, that's u. So we are going to have square root of u, and square root of u is same as u power half, right? So let's write it in that way. So this is going to be, we can simplify this one, this is going to be 5 over 18 going from 1 to 145, and square root of u is same as u power half du. Now this one is easy to integrate, right? So let's do the integration. If we integrate this one, this is going to give us u power 3 by 2. U power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. Instead of dividing by 2, I can bring the 2 to the top, so this is going to be 2 right here. And it's going from 1 to 145, right? And here we can cancel this 2 and 18, that's going to be 9 right here. And 9 times 3 is 27. So let's continue this one right here, right? So here we are going to have 5 over 27, and then we have u power 3 by 2 going from 1 to 145, and let's plug the values. So here we are going to have 5 over 27, 145 power 3 by 2 minus 1 power 3 by 2, right? And we know that 1 power anything is going to be just 1, so we don't have to worry about that. So this is going to be 5 over 27 and 145 power 3 by 2. If you see that it's same as 145 times 145 times half, right? Same as that. So we can write this one as 145. So we know power half is same as root 145. So we can write this one as 145 square root of 145 minus 1. And that's going to be the final answer. And if you want the answer in decimal, if you plug in calculator, you will get 203.044. And that's going to be the surface area of this region. And that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.